Miage, just one bite, you won't regret it. Get your curls percolated. Oh, Miage. Oh, Miage, get you some. Hey, everybody, what's up? It's your girl, Bondi Blue, and I am back for Pose. Yes, live, honey, live. Okay, this was the finale episode of season 1. I heard they are coming back for a second season. I'm so excited about that. I loved this finale episode. You can tell that they didn't know if they were gonna get another season, so they wanted to have like a all-encompassing finale with no cliffhangers, just real good feeling shit going on the whole episode. It was so enjoyable. So the episode starts off with Elektra. They're showing us that Elektra is working at diners, working at the peep show, and sleeping on a park bench. Sis is really trying to make it happen out here, but has no one to turn to, all right? Until one day, after quarter at the peep show, Blanca is what she sees when the curtain rolls up. So they go and talk at the diner, and Elektra is like, I know you're happy. I know you're happy to see me down. Where did you grow up, Elektra? Okay? Where did you grow up for real? All right? Because the tone is just real, fictitious sometimes. But anyways, Blanca is not happy to see Elektra sleeping on a park bench, okay? She is not happy at all. No matter how much Elektra deserves to get that ass bopped back into place, she still didn't want that. She didn't want those types of vibes for her. So she offers her house to her, which is just another exemplary example of how awesome Blanca is as a person, and also how sad that makes it that for one, people like to try her and fuck with her, okay, i.e. house of veracity. And for two, how sad it is that such a beautiful spirit is probably going to die in a terrible way. Like this is 1988 at this point, the year that I was born. All right, 30 years ago, exactly, ho. And I just know that there weren't a lot of people in that era that lived to see now. But either way, it's sad, y'all. And Elektra hates herself for now being needy, but I just want to say that I felt empowered by the fact that Elektra was, even though she was sad and depressed about the whole thing, and it was definitely leading its way down to Elektra being picked up at the morgue, okay? Sleeping on park benches and sex working and all of that shit. But the way she was willing to give up something that was guaranteeing her an easy life, just so she could have her own peace of mind, touched me down in my spirit. Okay, touched me down in my spirit oh so much. So I really appreciated this aspect of what Elektra has gone throughout the season. We started off as seeing her as this ultimate mother, and then as this terrible mother, and ultimately a bitch, and somebody who isn't a good mother to her children and takes them for granted and talks to them bad, and to now losing her daddy dick, who has been paying for everything, having surgery, becoming a real woman, but that meaning the loss of so many other things in her life. Her children left. She's, working now more than she ever has before, getting money under the table and selling her body in a way. So it's just to see that progression, that storyline take place in 8 episodes. Y'all did a damn good job with this show, boy. I tell you that. Janet Mock, Ryan Murphy, everybody else that's involved with this show, this was an excellent show. Excellent first season. Like that, of course there are always things, like a little bit acting here or a look there, whatever. But all in all, I have nothing but good feelings about Pose, and I appreciate that. So Damon and Ricky decide that they're going to try out for an Al B. Shore video. I can tell you how I feel about you night and day. Get to touch you, yeah. Damon convinces Ricky to do this audition because Ricky does have like this special type of it thing. Like that boy do have a smile. Like I ain't even gonna lie. I know he don't swing my way and all of this, but I was like, you do have a special spark. You do, Ricky. So this is when Blanca shows up, interrupting what might have been a rump in a bedroom, to tell Damon and Ricky that they have to give up their room for Elektra, okay? And of course, they are not happy about this. They want to argue, but Blanca is like, okay? Not with me as your mother. You are going to be gracious. We accept all life forms, even those of people we can't stand, okay, like Electra here. And Electra, oh darling, please tell me you're going to replace these curtains. And can we have the boys' paints? I'm more of a lavender lilac girl. And I'm just like, bitch, you more of a park bench girl. I'm gonna need for you to pull it together and be happy for the accommodations that you are receiving since you were sleeping on a park bench. I just want to remind you, how you gonna be picky about knives and forks and curtains when you didn't even have any of that on the park bench? You know what I'm saying? You didn't have any of that. Holding on to your bag so nobody steals your shit. Come on now, Electra. So Blanca is getting fitted for her dress for the big ball because they're having the competition for Mother of the Year. So Pray Tell is doing her alterations to her dress, and they get into how Blanca met a bartender at the ball last week who is so into Pray Tell, was staring at him all night long, okay? All up in his microphone. And she peeped it and asked for his phone number to give it to Pray Tell. And Pray Tell is like, apprehensive because, he has HIV. He does not feel like going through the rejection of telling somebody that and having them shun him. So, he's not really into it, but Blanca convinces him, baby, you know that life is short and that hoe in there wants to come out. And he was like, baby, look, I am a reformed hooker, okay? Reformed hooker or not, you know you want to get that bell ring, okay? You can ring my bell. So Damon's Tisha calls for Blanca to come down to the studio so they can have a conversation. She's in there living, okay, and giving it all of her, okay? And Blanca's like, oh my God, am I interrupting? She's like, no, let me come in and talk. And basically, she wanted to be the first one to tell Blanca that Damon's scholarship had been extended to another year. So now he can stay in dance school and doesn't have to worry about paying for it for another year. And this is great news for him because this is all Blanca wants for him, is to get a real education because he has a real star power. He has a real chance out there. And she just wants him to take advantage of something that he otherwise might not have been able to acquire in his life without an address, without parents looking out for him and pushing him to be great. So Blanca has really given him something, not just a kick in the butt, but as the teacher said, you gave him self-worth, which means he's going to be able to do great in his life because he feels like his life is worth something. And you guys, that is what's most important. Y'all, I was watching that episode on A Different World when Criss Cross was on there, and they was like trying to kill each other. And, they just, everything was die, 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 kill, kill, kill. And it's because they felt like their lives weren't worth anything. And I felt, that just mirrored to me that when people are out here making the type of decisions that they do to live a certain type of lifestyle, it is because the world has taught them that they don't have value. So life doesn't have value. If my life doesn't have value, why should yours have value? And that is the thought that stays in their minds. But you can't feel like that because your self-worth and your value doesn't have anything to do with anybody else but you and the Lord, okay? Whichever one you choose to serve, that has to do with you being an energy and an entity that was created. And even though everybody has babies, that is still a special, chain of events that creates a life that has a spirit inside of it that can go one way or another. People really diminish how great life is. Like, look around me. Nothing else in this room is alive but me. And my energy that I give to you guys through this camera, okay? Through this Canon camera recording me, I am affecting your life. That is my energy. That is my spirit. That is my life being worth something. And that means that everybody's life is worth something. Y'all, they was just touching on all kind of sensitive topics this whole show. So Blanca drags Electra to an upscale restaurant that are, looking for beautiful ladies to be hostess. And at first she's like, girl, I'm not going to be able to get this job. Why are you taking me over here? I'm not going to be able to do this. I mean, giving a real natural beat in everything, being elegant, and being Electra abundance. You know what I'm saying? And of course she ends up getting the job because it was perfect for her. And once again, like Blanca being a person to give people what they need to keep going. Like, this whole episode is her proving why she deserves to win that Mother of the Year award, y'all. It's crazy. Damon and Ricky go and audition for the I'll Be Sure video. They do great. All right, they get the call back, and now Damon has to make a choice between doing this tour, which is around the tri-state area, but still going to take up a lot of his time. And I don't know if he can do both, go back to school for the second year and also do this. So he has a choice to make. And Blanca wants him to focus on what's going to get him further in the long run. And, you know, it's hard right now because he kind of feels as if he can do both. He feels as if one won't interfere with the other, but it's all about being ready when the opportunities come. And if you're not 100% ready, you can't shut everybody down in a room, then you should probably take the time to learn and stay in school and do the best that you could do. You know what I'm saying? He does have a light about himself, but what he's going to be able to do after, you know, 2 or 3 more years of that type of intense dancing and teaching, he's going to be great. And I think the fact that the teacher sees it, Blanca sees it, it instills in him that he doesn't have to run after every opportunity because he's worth waiting for. You know what I'm saying? Like, the self-worth. So Pray Tell goes on the blind date with the bartender. And at first the bartender was giving me like, why you so into him vibes? Like, what you here for? You know, because just sometimes when people be all nice like that and just so into a person and we ain't never seen them before, we question their ulterior motives, all right? But the bartender seems sincere and sweet enough. And he's flirting with Pray Tell and they're talking about their lives. And he tells Pray Tell that he's a sculptor, that he's, you know, waiting for his big break. And Pray Tell is turned on by a man with ambition. So, you know, there's a sexy moment that happens where the bartender kind of caresses Pray Tell's hand. And this is when Pray Tell takes the moment to tell him that he's HIV positive, he's lost a lover, and he completely understands if he just wants to end this date, he'll pay the bill and they can just act like it never happened. And the bartender's like, hey, slow down. And he opens his hands like this and asks for Pray Tell's hands and he says, I'm sorry you're going through such a hard time. What can I do? And it was like, oh my God, like, can I tell you how many times Yonda has told somebody that that's how they should handle the situation? I can't wait for y'all to come back. But yo, it was the perfect way to handle that situation. And he was like, what do you think, you're the first positive person I've been on a date with? Come on now. Okay, I'm just trying to let you know I ain't giving it up too easy, but we will be safe. We will wear protection. And it was just like a weight was lifted off of Pray Tell's shoulders and everybody fucking watched it. And then they share old nasty romantic kiss. You know, and Electra's at the door telling people that they can't come in with their old lame asses if they don't have a reservation. Blanca and Angel have a moment this episode because Blanca wants Angel to talk to her about what happened with Stan. Obviously, Angel has a broken heart after Stan just left her high and dry, you know what I'm saying, and took everything out the apartment and put all her shit in a fucking garbage bag. That nigga ain't loyal. Anyway, so they talk and Angel just, you know, is acting like a teenage girl about how broken her heart is over this man and how it makes her feel like she could never be with another man again and all of this type of shit. And Blanca is like, look, girl, I need you to get it together, all right? Because you are the future. You are going to be the next in line to be mother of this house. You have got to get your life. And Angel tells her that she went back working on the docks. And she was like, maybe it's time for you to let that go as well. You know, maybe it's time for you to go to school or do something else with your life because with a face like yours, you have options. And it still doesn't seem real to Angel until Blanca decides that I need to tell her what's going on with me so she will understand the gravity of this situation. And she says that I came back and I tested positive. And Angel just completely breaks down and starts to cry. And she says, that's why I need you to, you know, pull yourself up and do what you have to do because you're going to be the next mother of this house. And no white boy from the suburbs is going to save you because we save each other. And I was like, yes, mother, yes. But I'm glad that Blanca finally told somebody besides Pray Tell because I felt like Angel could handle it. You know, her and Angel closer in age, and they were in a house together. They go way back. And, even though she helps her, it's not the same type of relationship that Blanca has with Damon and Ricky and Poppy, where they definitely need her guidance in such a strong, strong way that she has to remain strong in their eyes. Angel can take a little bit of Angel can take a bit of the weight off of Blanca. And I think that towards, this episode and the end of the season, we're not seeing it, but they're pointing out things about her appearance and how meek and kind of calm she always seems. And I think it is showing us in one way that her sickness might be catching up with her in some way, but also that her spirit is content if it comes down to it being time to go. So they have dinner, okay, and Electra is there once again complaining and everything until Damon and Ricky tell everybody about LB Shore. This was supposed to be the dinner where Blanca told Damon about his scholarship being extended, but everybody gets all excited about LB Shore. So this is when Blanca kind of expresses her thoughts on what he should do. And after dinner, she tells him, she'll go with him, whatever he wants to do. She'll be behind him. She'll support him no matter what he wants to do. But what she thinks he should do is stay in school. And the funniest thing about this scene, the only reason why I'm talking about it right now, is because of how excited Electra was about LB Shore and how she was like, girl, you must not be familiar with his music, okay? He is the Marvin Gaye of our time. I have his tape in my purse right now. Lord, let me go get it. I was like, bitch. First of all, Marvin Gaye of our time? I don't think so, okay? I don't think so. Y'all hadn't got one of those yet, okay? I'm just gonna tell you. Y'all hadn't got one of those yet. Who? Babyface? And he wasn't even, no, he was more like a Quincy Jones of his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I wouldn't say that neither. I don't know who was Marvin Gaye at their time. I can't tell you. The first time I felt like somebody was giving me Marvin Gaye vibes was Childish Gambino. Tell you the truth. First time I got those vibes. Child, so Patty and Stan then drew a line in the sand, okay? He thinking that he gonna go back to Patty and she gonna wanna play house with him again, but she said there are no more lies, Stan. There's no more pretending. You should move back into the house so the children can have you here, and you need to quit your job and get you a job closer to home so that you can be home when the children get out of school, because I'm about to go back to school because I want to be completely independent by the time our children are old enough to realize what the fuck that done happened up in here. Okay? And Stan can't do nothing but take it. And you can already see Stan about to go back to Angel because now his wife then told him she don't want him no more. Boy, bye. It's the motherfucking Princess Ball, bitches. Yes. And the category is linen versus silk. All right, I need to see all you butch queens walking in here in your finest textiles. All right? The House of Veracity pushes their way into the building tonight, okay? So that they can show everybody how fabulous they are now that they've gotten Aphrodite and a couple of other good queens to be a part of their house to add to their numbers, okay? But I am not here for Lulu nor Candy. Neither one of them hoes ringing my bell. They decided they was gonna give Blanca a good old nasty reading about her face and the stubble on it and how terrible her makeup is. Candy really went in. Candy went completely the fuck in on Blanca for no reason. Blanca is all about positivity and lights. Okay, and you talking about how messed up her makeup is, and Angel is like, won't you chill out, bruh? You doing the most. And she was like, look at her. She's not a woman. If you want to be a real mother, why don't you go to a doctor and become a real woman? Okay, and it's like, why? Not everybody wants to get semen injected into their ass so that they can look like some blown up, bloated black Barbie who still got a whole bunch of angles to their face. Okay? Don't act like you Angel on the face. Don't act like you Angel on the face, okay? There is a softness that you do not have, boo-boo. But in real life, I was like, ooh, that's a cute one, in real life. But for the character, bitch, I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this at all, Miss Candy girl. And you was just ass asking for Electra to come and stomp down the street and save the day, okay? And tell Blanca, little Latin boy in drag, to wipe her tears and lift her face because she has finally gotten her first real paycheck from that lovely restaurant that she now works at. All because of Blanca, she also has self-worth. Okay, Blanca been walking around sprinkling rainbows of hope on bitches all day. And now the chickens have come home to roost. And Electra wants to offer her services. Okay, first of all, she wants to walk with House of Evangelista. And also, she wants to go and read Candy and Lulu for filth while stealing some of their members. Let's get into the read. So Electra walks up, just as Lulu is getting real nasty with Poppy about a drink. Bitch, he can't hear. It's loud in here. All right, get your own fucking drink. But here come Electra. Haven't you heard? I'm walking with the House of Evangelista to help them get 1, maybe 10 trophies, but mostly to destroy you. Aphrodite, I have no beef with you. So if you choose to go or stay, be prepared for the blood that is about to be shed, because I'm about to list off all the ways I have failed as a mother. Look at the fruits of my labor. A foolhardy chump who makes her living on a pole, and a brainless wonder who thinks the only way to get curves is to stick Charmin down her drawers or inject semen into her derriere. House of Veracity, you two are as fierce as my morning cornflakes. You think you're legends, but you couldn't make it to the door without me showing you the way. You're nothing but a bag of rancid, rotting meat. Now take a long last look at this filet mignon. I doubt we'll ever be conversing again until I get the sudden interest in dying of boredom. Little Poppy, I think you've suffered enough. I think I can talk to your real mother, Blanca, and she'll be happy to have you back if you want to grovel a little bit. Poppy is happy to go back to the House of Evangelista, okay, because he was not being treated well by Lulu and Candy with their own nasty, vicious asses. So Blanca has her moment with the 2 gay guys who are a part of Abundance, at the beginning with her. It was the 2 guys who always vogue. I forget their names because they ain't never really said much. But bitch, they snapped bye to Candy and Lulu and moved on to the House of Evangelista. And Blanca was happy to take them in. They have their, relationship. They were family at one point. They just, bandwagon hoes. That's all right. That's how some people be. But we were very happy to see Blanca have her moment with Poppy, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so glad he came back. So then we get into House versus House, bitch, okay? It was the Vogue. Then it was the realness. Then it was Angel versus Candy, and Angel won. Then it was Aphrodite versus Electra, and y'all know Electra won. Electra was serving everything, especially when she was thumping down that cemented sidewalk with all of them bums. That bitch looked like an enchanted angel walking down the street. Okay, I was not ready for it. A fierce enchanted angel. Blanca versus Lulu, and of course Blanca wins because her spirit was so dainty and demure, okay? Lulu, you might have been like juicy and all of that, but you giving off straight aggression with your eyes, bitch, all right? Tens across the board for House of Evangelista, okay? And then, of course, they do the Mother of the Year, and I already told y'all, we already know that Blanca won Mother of the Year, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment for her. Outside, Stan rolls up on Angel, just like I knew he would, talking about he coming to save her, and he knows that he was wrong, but he wants to leave his wife, and they could finally have the dream. Angel is like, Stan, you are not listening to me, all right? You are not my first Prince Charming, boo. All right, we were just good ideas in each other's minds, but not in real life. So you need to go back to your suburbs and your wife, and I'm gonna go back to my family, those who need me, okay? Poof pow, be gone, bitch. All right? And after everybody win and they take home all their trophies and we get more realness and everything, they do another pose category, all right? They do another pose category, and because Candy knows she about to lose, she starts posing and dancing, and this is when Pray Tell has to stop the music again. Oh, Miss Candy. Miss Kenzie, do you have category dyslexia, honey? Okay, I know we've had our issues when you tried to be in the body category, but you bought you a body and earned your way, okay? But you cannot buy rhythm or flexibility, so please, somebody get this bitch off the floor. And she didn't want to get off the floor and told one of the older queens who was judging that she would whip their ass. And when he took his head off and said, girl, hold my purse, she hurried up and ran to her purse and pulled out a hammer, bitch. And guess what? That queen was not scared. All he had was a necklace, and it looked like he was ready for them hoes. But the queens came and grabbed Candy. So Candy just had to go ahead and accept defeat, bitch. You got to accept it. You ain't win. You ain't the best, okay? You are not the best. It's okay. It's okay, honey. Try harder next time, okay? Go back to the drawing boards, all right? Do some more projections, all right? Anyway, you guys, I completely adore this show. I'm glad they're coming back for a second season. I cannot wait to see that second season, what they come up with, who lives, who dies. Like, I loved it and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reviews on Pose. I'll make a playlist so you can watch them all if you haven't seen them all, at least all the ones that I've done. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share my video with your people, and I will see y'all in the next one.